€13 billion is about £11.5 billion. With that money, you could buy yourself 2.5 billion pints of a famous Irish stout, or you could buy 282 million tickets to Riverdance. This row centres around the office of Apple Sales International in Dublin, or rather, the lack of one. In 2016, the European Commission insisted that Ireland had allowed Apple to attribute nearly all of its EU earnings to an Irish head office that existed only on paper, avoiding paying tax on EU revenues. Apple, it decided, now owed Ireland an enormous sum of money.
The way that we look at it, and I believe this is the way Ireland looks at it as well, and it's certainly the way the US government looks at it, is that we have paid them per the law.
So why would the Irish turn up their noses at the prospect of €13 billion?
Yeah, well, it seems like a bit of a joke, a country spending millions to prove that it's not entitled to billions. Since the 60s, economic policy has been based about luring multinationals into Ireland. Ireland is the Lionel Messi of attracting and keeping multinationals happy. And if we were to come out and say we were going to take that money off of Apple, it's a massive erosion of our entire economic policy.
Today, the EU's General Court said it had annulled the decision because the Commission had not proved that Apple broke competition rules. They said that the Commission was wrong to say that Apple had been granted an economic advantage and state aid from the Irish government. Today's ruling is proving controversial, not least amongst the country's opposition politicians.
The cost of COVID-19 and the various measures taken in this crisis are at about 20 billion. The 13 billion plus interest from Apple would have covered the vast majority of those costs.
No such complaint from the government, who said today that the correct amount of Irish tax was charged and that Ireland had not given Apple any special treatment.
Apple is about workers too, but Apple now employs 6,000 people across the country. That's important.
A slapdown for the Commission, who may still appeal themselves.
The Commission stands fully behind the objective that all companies should pay their fair share of tax.
There's an Irish proverb that says forgetting a debt doesn't mean that it's paid. But this Irish government seems happy enough to forget. Nick Sheridan, BBC News.